against Pawn. They end up going for the Jarvan, who does have decent ranged push and certainly can be another one of those frontliners. But SKT, in the face of KT's favorite comp, is going to be going for a very standard rotational draft. And to me, the jungle matchup might decide it again, Atlas. They've got the Elise and pushing lanes, so there still is the potential for Peanut to upset all the rotational play. KT kind of did a budget version of this tank comp in Game 1, but couldn't make it work because they weren't able to get the map pressure to actually set up the Talia walls and take the turrets. This time they get their favorite comp, but SKT giving people their favorite comp and beating them is another one of those old memes that could come true.
Yeah, we've been talking about lane kingdoms so often as well, Papa Smithy, and SKT have set themselves up with some terrifying lane matchups as well. We know that KT likes to pile drive as a group with this composition. Is that going to be able to happen if Galio is permanently at a quarter health bar because Faker has been shooting him the entire laning phase?
Pile drive, dog pile, you're right. It's everyone gets in their comp. Grim Patrons, if you were into Hearthstone before, they really want to very hard initiate, and they certainly have that. But SKT upset their rhythm. The game was not played at the pace KT wanted in Game 1, and that's why it felt decided at 12 to 15 minutes. Now they have Peanut on Elise, the strongest dueling jungler. Faker, freshly undefeated on the Lucian, who has a good matchup, into the Galio. They let KT get what they wanted, a blind pick, but it wasn't a blind pick for SKT. They knew what was coming.
Yeah, they knew what was coming, and they picked accordingly as well. Mata on the Rakan. They've got the Kalista Rakan, which has seen so much success here in the LCK. Was debuted and used.
Probably been our most impressive Jarvan player. Here's the level 2 game. Misses Flag and Drag, though.
Yeah, doesn't get the knock up, but there's the body slam. There's the double flashes as First Blood comes out for KT in 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
It may have been a flash party that was unnecessary, but it still was success.
No flashes anywhere, and there's the knock up this time. Score's going to make his way through, but good
needs to hit
lands.
Another harpoon onto Score. He doesn't. He's dead.
Yep. That's going to be the overheat, and that's going to be another kill for Score. Peanut tries to get something back, but 1 versus 2 not going to happen, and Huni giveth. Huni taking the way. Fantastic flash out of Deft on the bottom side of the map as there's the stun coming out from Wolf, but Bang's going to get the Ren stacks pulled out of him, and KT already at a 3-0 start. Can they make it 4? No. Not going to happen here, but this is fantastic news for KT fans and fans of 3-game series for the mid lane, but we're just waiting for Score to decide to kill Huni. Wants to be able to land the body slam, and then these gank buddies on the top side of the map should be able to do it. There's no knock-up to come in. Huni should be able to get himself out, but does get... Oh, no, nope. He's dead.
It's level 4.
Super dead.
You don't need to hit your skill shots when it's level 4, and the Rumble is as anemic as can be. He's died twice, and the sum of those purchases was just the refillable. Goes back now and buys boots and a cloth armor, and I desperately need it. Getting Smeb ahead. He actually picks up the kill this time. I was mentioning before all this, but Smeb has been our best top lane Jarvan because Jarvan to overextend even more, and now he's just being the biggest bully ever.
Yeah, he's a gigantic jerk. Now Huni's just going to get bopped again. I don't even know whether Score really cares about picking up a kill.
Good die.
There's the heroic entrance to come in. That's going to be Huni picking up a kill. It's going to reset his gold though, but he's going to be able to flash away. It's Peanut that's going to fall, and Pawn grabs his first kill of the game. It's 1 for 1 though, and this money that Huni's able to pick.
Wants to take the top lane first brick. It's the objective they actually are looking for. At least his bot side was spotted out in a control ward, I believe, already.
Yep. Things going in here as well. They know that SKT are going to be playing around their bot side jungle.
First time that Elise actually making proactive plays on the bottom side while KT are getting their advantage top side.
Okay. Rebel not going to be able to find Pawn just yet as Faker in trouble. Scores come in. No Justice Punch, but it doesn't matter. Peanut in trouble now as well as Mata has the quickness, wants to find a grand entrance as he just pops over the wall, takes the ride with the spider, and Peanut, he's in the Thunderdome. He's going to be taken down. Score grabs his 3rd of the game. Another pick. Wolf is going to be answered, and KT all over game 2.
Yeah, KTS slamming SKT. Faker was too far to the top side of the lane when they had no power there and got ganked by the Gragas. Unnecessary positioning from Faker, and then from there, 1 by 1, the pins fall. Look at Faker, who cheats topside because he's trying to dodge skill shots, and it's Turbo Gragas. The boots of mobility have been so important. He's the fastest fat man in the West, the East, all around the world, and from there, the collapse inevitably is going to be first collapse by Score, first collapse by the Jarvan, and it's just more and more kills for KT Rolster.
Yeah, as Hillbilly Gragas, he looks a little bit like one of the dwarves from Lord of the Rings, so obviously a natural sprinter pop pace, and they certainly can, but it has certainly been a question mark in the past, as now we've got another engage. I think that was Bang, but I don't actually know, because he was mostly just dead.
Yeah, it's just going for the mid lane turret. They prepped all the vision in the red side jungle earlier. Here's the Rift Herald. They'll probably want 2 turrets from this, given there's no Baron to fall back to. It's somehow only 16 minutes into the game.
What the heck he can do to get out of this circumstance. As Pawn's just going to wander in and punch the guy. Good relentless pursuit to try and get him out.
Turbo Fatman!
Yeah, he is very, very fast. Just bops him, says thanks for the kill, thanks for the setup, Pawn. As Bang has respawned, but he's just cleaning up this mess. Helper. Maybe suboptimal, but there's the equalizer, just clear out the minion wave. Desperation here for SKTs. There's the flash. The barrel comes in as well, and there's the engagement from Mata. Huni gets cataclysmed. That's going to be the flash out from Smeb, who's tanking the turret. More kills potentially here, but Deft can't tank too much of this turret because he doesn't have the health bar.
Minion wave's not there, so KT actually further the dive because they want to take down the turret and punish Lucian, who has been top.
Pawn looking for that Justice Punch to try and get the knock-up. Does close some distance, and he's just walking at the Lucian for now. Blast Cone just to do the ring around the Rosie as Faker getting
Doesn't have
pinged
vision.
on.
Doesn't have vision of the Jarvan.
Okay, this is a 1v1 though, as Faker looking for a good sidestep. Heroic entrance is going to get Pawn in amongst it. And that's going to be his turn to tank up the damage of Faker. He's playing so tricksy, but you can't get away from that AoE taunt. And that's going to be, like you said, that master of the mid lane taken.
Funny watching Score wanting to water brush, but not allowed to.
Yeah, that could be the pickup on D'Amato, who just uses it as an engage opportunity. Deft throws him back into the fight as Peanut tries to get out, and Faker, he's dead already. Equalizer in a decent position, but Huni should die. KT just too far ahead as the triple kill comes in for Deft. Peanut still alive. KT making movements towards the Baron.
Should be allowed to have Pawn just stay around and interrupt him. No flash from Peanut, no wards anywhere near the Baron. This should be the free Baron that KT Rolster would certainly prefer. While SKT looked for the gank brush, too far behind to actually make it work. 10,000 gold lead for KT Rolster when they kill the Baron.
Yeah, fantastic patience from Deft as well. Gave Mata all the opportunity to press every button as he was getting into it, as we will see it again.
This is a gold lead. Even Mata has gold lead from here. Very nice knock-up. Able to have the Fate's Core come in. It's a knock-up party for SKT. They didn't want to RSVP to this one. They didn't have a choice. Peer pressure is a strong thing. From there, it's the killing fields for Deft.
Yeah, just getting the Ren sets over and over again. Triple kill comes down. And that is going to be Blade of the Ruin King and Leandra's Torment. Why don't you just build flat resistances? As there's the grand entrance. Faker in trouble. Deft wanting to make it a 1v1, but Pawn is going to nick that kill just at the last second.
2 levels down, but there's no fair 1v1
side once again. In game number 3, as Smeb's getting himself amongst it. They haven't taken down the turret just yet, as Deft does still have that Fate's Call to pull Mata out if he decides to go aggressive.
Boom.
And look at this, fantastic cask into the backline. There's the trigger, and there's KT ripping SKT apart. 20 kills to 2 right now, as Huni's able to get another. Huni, of course, the one camped to high heaven, but also has 100% of the kills for KT. He's looking to try and get another, but won't be able to do it, as Faker has to look on in terror, as Deft just tears apart his base. The Ren stacks are in there, not going to be enough damage there, as Deft says, well, I guess I'll just win the game. And KT even out the series in a game even more decisive than game 1.
Yeah, somehow they won up SKT, who had a great game 1, but KT Rolster lock in the Galio. They lock in their comfort. SKT allows them to assemble the troops, and KT Rolster put them to the firing squad. Very, very one-sided game. And I think people will be baited to say, so just look at Huni, just focus on his woes. He was camped to high heaven, but what was happening with their jungler and their bot lane that allowed the 2v2 kill to happen? Sure, the first couple of kills, Peanut wants to react, he wants to be there for the next one, but at some point, you have to make things happen elsewhere. Rumble will eventually get some items, and sure, you're losing in top, but just playing around top further and not making a visit to the bottom side of the map for 15 to 20 minutes, actually having somewhere you can go, rather than putting out fires into the top, just accelerated the downfall of SKT.
Yeah, just wasn't an option. Score playing like an absolute god this game at the same time. Yes, he took advantage of Huni a lot, but that cask, that the Sorry, the body slam. Thought it was a headbutt pulverized because it was that much CC, Papa Smithy. But man.